It was 12:37 a.m. when my phone rang. The screen said it was one of her friends, someone I'd met a few times at parties but never really talked to. My first instinct was to ignore it. Midnight calls are almost never good news. But something made me swipe accept. Maybe curiosity, maybe a sense of duty. "Hello?" I said cautiously. The line was quiet for a moment. Then the first words hit me like a punch. "Can you stop her from answering the door?" I froze. My mind raced. Stop her from answering? What door? Who? "Who is this?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "It's me," the friend said, voice urgent. "Please. She can't know you're here. She's about to. Just trust me." I pinched the bridge of my nose, trying to calm my heartbeat. My wife was upstairs, asleep, presumably. I hadn't expected some late-night drama, and now I was being pulled into something I couldn't yet understand. "What's going on?" I demanded. "Are you serious?" "Yes," the voice whispered. "She's with him. Please don't let her leave with him or answer the door. You need to know before it's too late." My stomach dropped. My wife. Him. Midnight. The words repeated in my head, forming a terrifying picture I didn't want to see but couldn't stop imagining. I didn't think. I didn't plan. I got up, grabbing the spare keys to the front door, my shoes still untied. Every step toward the door felt surreal, like I was moving through a nightmare that only I could see. The living room was dark. The only light came from the faint glow of the street lamp through the curtains. I heard movement upstairs. Footsteps. A door creaking. I reached the front door just in time to see her unlocking it. My wife, smiling casually, holding her coat. And then him, her lover, was waiting outside, grinning, completely oblivious to my presence. I didn't shout. I didn't call her out. My hands clenched around the door handle, and I simply said calmly, "I think you should stay inside tonight." She froze. That smile faltered. He looked confused. "What are you talking about?" she asked, tilting her head as if she hadn't been caught red-handed. "I just said," I replied, voice steady, "I think you should stay inside." The friend on the other end of the line had told me this call was my warning, my chance to act. But I didn't need more than what I saw. The intimacy in their posture, the quiet laughter, the way she tried to act casual, it was enough. Her lover laughed nervously, trying to charm the situation, but it didn't work. I didn't need to explain myself. My presence alone was enough to stop them. For now. My wife's eyes flicked to me, then to him, then back. You just showed up?" "Yes," I said. "And I don't think this is a good idea." For a moment, no one spoke. The air was thick with tension, heavy with the truth that had been hiding in plain sight for months. The friend's words rang in my ears again. "Please don't let her answer the door." She dropped her gaze. The coat in her hands slipped slightly. That smirk, the casual charm I had once loved, was gone. I stayed silent, not out of mercy, not out of fear, but out of clarity. She had made her choice. Tonight was the moment she had decided she could hide nothing from me, and the moment I realized I no longer needed to chase illusions of loyalty. The lover, sensing the shift, stepped back. "Maybe this isn't the right time," he muttered. "Not the right time," I repeated slowly. "It's never the right time when you're betraying someone who trusted you." I could see panic starting to creep into her face. She opened her mouth to speak, but I cut her off. "Save it. I don't need excuses. I just need honesty. And this isn't it." Finally, she turned back inside, closing the door quietly. I heard the bolt slide across. I didn't follow her. I didn't need to. My point was made. My boundaries were drawn. I stayed on the porch for a long time after that, hands in my pockets, breathing the cold night air. The friend called back once softly, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine," I said, surprising even myself. "More than fine. I see clearly now." In the days that followed, I didn't speak much to her. I didn't confront, yell, or cry. I simply observed. Every subtle lie, every secretive message, every unexplained late-night call I had ignored before suddenly made sense. The pattern was clear. The betrayal was real. I started reclaiming control, changing passwords, separating accounts, documenting everything in case I needed proof. The friend who had called me that night became my unexpected ally, someone who had the courage to tell me the truth when I might have continued to live in ignorance. Weeks later, she tried to play it off. "It was nothing," she said. "He's just a friend." I smiled calmly. I heard differently. I saw differently. The look on her face was priceless. Shock, guilt, frustration, all mingled into a cocktail I had never thought I'd enjoy. But it wasn't satisfaction. It was clarity. I realized something vital that night. Betrayal doesn't always come in dramatic reveals. Sometimes it comes in whispers, in late-night calls, in subtle signs you ignore until someone has the courage to tell you the truth. And when you finally see it, the power isn't in confrontation or revenge. It's in knowing, in reclaiming your life, in refusing to stay where you're no longer valued. I never spoke to her friend again after that night, but I never forgot them. They didn't just warn me. They gave me the chance to act before the damage became permanent. And sometimes, that's all it takes to wake up in the middle of the night and realize that the person you trusted most has already chosen someone else. I learned my lesson at 12:37 a.m., and I'll never forget it.